All right, I already have Adam and Sini's tweet up, pulled and ready. On Monday, ES tested its bull market trendline from March 2020. Let me. Five. And that's no, no, right, no, right, no, right, no. Yeah, because it tested it on Thursday, had a good run, and tested it again on Monday, and had a good run. However, I tested it at 4:30 in the morning. My target has been 4038, 4045, and we hit perfectly yesterday. Yep, just before the market closed, almost off by just a couple dollars. Meaning, again, if you traded futures and if you were either awake or you put a buy limit right around that point, and held up until Adam and Sini's target, this would have been a massive profit. Plan today, 4025, 4000 are supports. So 4025, 4000. I guess I'll get rid of this 4010. And then let's see if I can find the equivalent on SPY. I believe this is the 4000 equivalent. I might drag that down a little bit, just a little bit. And now what would be the equivalent for the 4025? Oh, well, where we peaked? No, this is 4045, so this is the, let me just make that a little bit bigger. I don't know where 4025 would be though. Actually, we peaked at 4025 earlier in the morning, so this is it right here. Right about here. So here, 4025, 4000. Oh, I think this might have to, no. This is 4000. Wow, really? Wait, hold on. My brain scrambled. Yes, this is 4000, and the 4025, again, let me just double check that. Yeah, it formed at 9:30, 10 o'clock. So it's got to be this. Okay. So 4045, 4025, 4000. We'll say goodbye to this. I remember adjusting this daily yesterday. I'm just going to keep it there for now. Okay, as long as 4025 holds, ES basing for direct push to 405560. All right, let's go back to ES and zoom it back out. Okay, zoom it back out a lot. Okay, we'll maximize 4048, 406, 4055 to 40, okay, 4055 to 4060, then 4095. Ugh, what a mess. 4095. So I guess we've got nothing at 4078. Wait, what did I just remove? Damn it. Damn it. Nope. Okay. that was 4095. That was an important level at some point. 4078 I'm trying to remove. Okay. 4K fails, we sell back to 3980. Yeah, but today's FOMC, there's no mention of FOMC. Okay, yeah, he said it in the beginning, the first paragraph. FOMC at 2 p.m. decides rest. Wow. You know what? I haven't even read Adam Mancini's newsletter yesterday, which is bad. But I actually told myself I wasn't going to trade today or the rest of this week. Actually, I actually, come on, man, focus. Someone responded. I think his name was SPX Spider or something, which I'm really grateful. It actually made my day that somebody actually responded to my video with some advice. Although I might have to respond to that response with a couple questions I had. Well, one of the recommendations was to look at a 10-minute candle and a 1-hour candle. And another recommendation was to, well, I know this. I should stop being so hard on myself and talking down on myself about luck and this, that, and the other. It's just kind of hard with the life I've led not to feel that way. And I got to update all of this with Adam Mancini's newsletter. And yeah, I should maybe try and save up, although I don't know how it's possible, being that I'm living check by check. No, that's not even correct. I actually don't have enough money to live check by check. Maybe if I can succeed in finding a roommate, maybe that can give me some discretionary income that I can save over the next few months to save up to try trading futures. But what I also need to do is learn how to do it and back test it. So I'm gonna try back testing this 10-minute candle strategy. I need to start practicing some more, and also maybe back away from trading options because it's just constant failure. I mean, after almost 3 years, I started in 2020, end of 2020. I didn't really focus solely on SPY and ES only until like the beginning of 2021, using Adam Mancini's info, like towards spring of 2021. And so yeah, I still haven't gotten any better. And that's the thing I find frustrating. I don't know. I considered something a few weeks ago, that there are certain things in life that you can try your best at. You can, and I probably already said this, and I apologize if I did another video. I'm sorry for repeating myself. I'm old and I'm an idiot. But you could work yourself to the bone for a job and still get passed over for promotion, still get screwed over on a raise, and the sycophant that doesn't really know what he or she is really doing can get the promotion and get that raise based on nothing more than who they know, what gender they are, what ethnicity they are, whatever the reasoning might be, and that you get passed over even though you're clearly more qualified. You could pour your heart and soul into a relationship. You can make all the compromises and sacrifices to make the relationship work, to make the other person happy, and they can still betray you. You could put yourself in massive debt in school You could spend hours upon hours losing sleep studying, and you could do what I was doing and working two jobs while you're in school full time and hustle and hustle and hustle and study to pass with the great grades and graduate magna cum laude and get that degree. And you can still be in my position where you can't find a job because no one really cares about the degree. They just want to know if you have a current certification and if you can sell. You can sell training packages or something like that. They don't really care if you know what you're doing and how to do your job correctly. So, anyways, so my point is here with trading, you can practice, you can pour your heart out into it, you can spend hour after hour, hours and hours, day after day, trying to study the market, trying to learn technical analysis, trying to control your emotions, and still fail. And it kind of instill a feeling of hopelessness about life. Um, but all you can do is just keep trying. I mean, what else can you do? If you don't keep trying to swim, you'll just sink and drown, right? So I'm gonna go read Adamantine's newsletter, and I'm going to oh, looks like I've got work to do, and try and update this thing. All right, I reread the newsletter. I did actually start reading it yesterday, but I got distracted. I forgot what happened. Oh, I had an associate customer that used to come into Whole Foods that called me with an offer to go with him to Equinox for some event, the Equinox gym, which I can't stand Equinox. It's sort of like a stuffy, fancy version of LA Fitness, just another box gym, but just fancier. Also, I used to work for them, and the Equinox I worked was in a location in Miami, and apparently, and this did happen. They had a disgruntled employee that went in there with a, bang bang, and went bang bang, and unalived a few people, and then unalived himself. And apparently he was a man of color and bald. But when I was working there, I spoke to some of the employees, and it's just such a cutthroat, shady place, man. You're getting paid a minimum wage, and they want you to be there. No, you get paid minimum wage for a certain period of time during the day, but let's say for maybe 6 or 7 hours, but they want you there all day. They actually want you there while you're not being paid, hustling to try and get clients. And they make you go through this whole speech. You have to learn verbatim and how to present yourself, how to put someone through this sort of like a session where you test them, you qualify them, you whatever. You give them this lecture, this line, whatever. It's just so overly structured, and I don't know. I just did not like it. And the manager there was a married woman with a stereotypical sort of Brazilian physique. But apparently she had been messing around with some of the employees and shows clear favoritism. And then when I did this speech thing with her, the whole presentation, whatever, initially she said I did a great job and I just need to work on this or work on that, whatever, whatever. 3 days later, she calls me and says, "You did a terrible job. You got to do it all over again. I need you to come in on this date at this time and redo it." But this is the time when I'm working school full time. Um, Actually, no, that's not true. I graduated, but I was still living in this crappy roach-infested studio, and I needed a job. I needed a job badly, and I was driving an old raggedy Honda Del Sol, and it overheated. The radiator broke down on me on my way to this meeting, and I don't know if Uber was around, but I think it was. I think Uber was around back then. This is like 2016, 2017, so I think Uber was around. I don't remember actually. Not that I could have afforded it anyways, because this is a very long drive. We're talking like an hour drive for me to get there to the gym. So I didn't make it. But long story short, she fired me. But not for that, for some other reason. She lied and said that I yelled at her and I made threats to her, and I absolutely did not. I even said, "Listen, you go look at the camera. There's a camera here. Go look at the camera, and it would show that I didn't do anything that she's saying I'm doing. And there were witnesses, but they still had security come in and escort me out. I was shocked by this, but yeah, sorry. Long story. I don't like Equinox. So that's why I was distracted. And then I made dinner, which I didn't really have much food. I've literally been eating like a small bowl of some ground beef and pasta that I made a few days ago, and I just don't have the funds. I'm worried that when I get paid this week, I still won't have enough money to pay rent. So yeah, I'm a bit stressed out about all that. Anyway, so I read Adam Mancini's newsletter, and I'm a bit annoyed with myself because apparently, according to his newsletter, this is a level. 4010 was a level yesterday, and he said that if you look on the 50-minute candle, um, this this is like a false breakdown. It doesn't look like much of a false breakdown to me because it just seems to me like 4010 isn't a very strong level, and price just kept breaking through it. So I don't know. But he says this is a fake breakdown. But to me, a fake breakout, or like this, a fake breakdown. If you reverse this, this would be a fake breakdown. But here's this to me is a fake breakout of 4025. But I don't know if I can see the fake breakdown here. But I guess each of these little wicks will qualify. But this, I don't know. Anyways, so I just went ahead and put it back anyways. Uh, but you know what? I hate trading OPEX days and FOMC days. Sometimes I can sort of play them out okay, but oh my God, I keep hitting auto arrange over and over again and keep having to readjust this. You know what? I don't care anymore. Just whatever. So here we are. We just made ourselves a nice 15-minute supply here at 4030. I mean, demand, whatever. Brains reversed. I got an inverted brain. I'm dyslexic when it comes to technical analysis. Um, but like most FOMCs, the market's going to be pretty slow, low volume just before the FOMC meeting. However, I say that, but there are times where it makes a slow but predictable movement. So I wouldn't doubt that this is going to come back up, hit 4040, reject, come back down and retest this demand that just was created. Maybe. I don't know. Um, let's go back to SPY. Well, this is a bit confusing. We had a dip here. So, and that's right about 4025. So this is more like about 4025. I'm just going to adjust it somewhat. I don't really know. Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit below there. Okay. So if this thing is going to bounce, it may bounce here or it may bounce at this level here. I'm debating about getting rid of this daily. But watch, it does bounce actually at this daily after I get rid of it. I don't know. I'm trying to concoct a bull and bear plan. I guess the bull plan is if we do end up breaking to 4,000, which is here, right? Yeah, which is here. Then I will take that long. But I could have sworn Adam Mancini said in his newsletter that he would rather look for a false breakdown, a fake breakdown of the level. As far as bearishness, I don't think he would even think of going bearish unless 4000 is broken down, or 399 or 3980 is broken down. Is it 3980? Well, I have 3977. Let me just go ahead and adjust that slightly up. 3980. Up as far as the VIX. unfortunately, I looked at VIX earlier and I have a bunch of clustered levels here. So, um, yeah, it's not as nice and gapped here and clear cut here. This was a clean, straightforward VIX interpretation, I guess. I don't know what to say. Um, I guess we're going to go to this 4 hour, then we have an hour, then an hour, then another 4 hour, then a daily. I suspect we might reach all the way down to this daily if the market does rally. If it's to fall, I mean, look at this gap already. I don't know. It's like the market already knows what's going to happen and it's just ready to run. So yeah, I don't really have much of a plan. I guess I'm just going to look for a pullback and then go long. Here or yeah, here or here. I don't know. I really don't know. I think I only will go long if it dips down to my daily or here, and then see what happens after that. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm here looking at some emails from possible potential roommates, and I just went to Instagram because sometimes they'll send me a message on Instagram because I have my Instagram in the description of the roommate site, and Amazon popped up as a ad, and this is the hilarious part. Remember, this girl stole a bunch of my things, but one of the things she stole was like half my towel set that my ex-girlfriend had bought for me. Here, Amazon is offering a towel set for me. Amazon's also pillows, offering pillows, um, well, some sort of, well, none of these things I need, but I just think it's funny. Oh, and a mattress, because, and a vacuum cleaner, uh, a floor mat. That looks kind of interesting with holes to, oh, this is for the bathtub, and kitchen tiles that you can put on the wall. Oh, there it is. And a one-way film thing for because I still have foil paper on my glass here, which, this is the sad thing. This tells you something about Miami landlords. They're some of the worst. This guy has increased my rent by about $800 since I first started living here in 2021. And he knows that the construction company took um, uh, the blinds down from my window, and he knows that the blinds are just sort of tossed on the floor in a corner here, taking up a bunch of space. And instead of spending money, his own money, to have the blinds be put back up, and or him doing it himself or hiring a handyman to do it himself, he tells me to pay for it. He tells me to pay for it and use the money out of the money that my mother owes him for some estoppel thing. So what he's basically doing is he's punishing me because my mother failed to go through with the buying of this property. She backed out last minute, which I knew she was going to do. And I kind of don't blame him for being upset because my mother told him that if she wanted to, she can buy this place with cash and she has no problem qualifying. But then decided to use me as a scapegoat because my credit wasn't good enough, and that's why we didn't get a good enough offer from the mortgage company to purchase the property. It was going to be too much money to put down, which I knew was going to happen. I mean, she initially offered to purchase this property in March of 2022. March of 2022. No, was it? You know what? Yeah, it was like early 2022, and this is when the interest rates were still fairly low. But she chose not to at that time and chose to haggle the price, only to then end up right back at the same price again earlier this year. And of course, since interest rates doubled at this point, I'm going to assume obviously you have to put more money down. So, anyways, he's upset about that, so he wants her to pay him back some fee that he spent, something called the estoppel. I'm not a realtor. I don't know exactly how it works, and it's been explained to me, but it went in one ear and out the other because I just don't care. Um, But yeah, so I forgot how I even got on this topic. Oh yes, so Instagram, this phone, this eavesdropping social media stuff knows that I want to put something on the window to cover the because I don't want foil paper anymore. It's just tacky. But yeah, it's pretty clever. Sponge thing to clean the floor. I need a new vacuum cleaner, that's true. So I just find it interesting. Anyways, the whole point why I even started this video, I'm sorry, was to just show the slow reaction here, the low volume, and it's just slowly dragging sideways. But Adam and Cini did say that as long as we base above 4025, and we're actually basing above 4030, and below 4040, this should start the next run up. Speaking of which, here's what I should do. Um, oh man, one thing that sucks about being a paralegal is when you get these court orders and you're told, like it says, oh, this needs to be done by this, it doesn't say by the date. It never does that. It'll always say, get this done within the next 2 weeks or get this done within the next 20 days. But there's like a weird template of, I actually asked my sister, who's my boss, how to count these days. Do I just, count the days and not count weekends? And she sent me this like 3 paragraph instruction thing of how to do it. 3 paragraphs and how you, like, there's some weekend days you count and some weekend days you don't count. And then like when you get the order, if it's the day before Saturday, you count that Saturday or you don't count. So wow. So yeah, I've got to do some court math to figure out how to add this calendar date. um, okay, anyways, yes, so what I want to do now is I want to determine the next target. I think 4095 was the target. So the question is, what is 4095 on SPY? I'm going to assume it's 404. 404. You know what? Which tells me that two possibilities here. This might end up being the low of the day because we may never even dip below this point. There are times where the FOMC reaction is kind of muted and we don't really get the big wild swings that sometimes happens. Or this might dip down lower. So I'll have to see when that time comes because we're a good 4 hours away and see where this might dip down to. Oops. Where this might dip down to. It could be 4010, but I need to look on SPY, of course. I wonder if this is 4010 on SPY. This is 4,000. But yeah, I wouldn't mind a spike down to somewhere around here. Although technically 4,000 is actually down here. A little bit lower than that. Because it never actually reached 4,000 yesterday. So I just want to be accurate. Maybe a little bit higher, I don't know. Somewhere around Nyo. If this goes from Nyo to Hyo, then I'll take this from Nyo to up Nyo. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just winging it. I wish I traded like Indiana Jones. Everything just sort of works to his plan. So, yeah. Well, like I said, so far this dip has been the low of the day that occurred early this morning. And now we've reached a new high, at least for the day. Pre-market, not quite. But Adam and Cini just tweeted, after a 145-point rally since Monday, ES is consolidating right now, or right below my 4038, 4045 target for 20 hours. So, yeah. Has it been 20 hours? I guess if we count yesterday, calm before major afternoon volatility. On a normal day, this action would be bull flagging. 4025 4K remains support with 4025 defense needed to keep 4055, 4095 in play direct. Well, another way I guess you can translate this is if we have a dip, a sudden dip below at 2 o'clock, a recovery of that dip above 4025 means that we have 4055 in play. But yeah, I just wanted to update that. Part of me is wishing I had gotten in here a couple options. Oh wait, a couple options. I can't afford two options. One option here, at the form of this demand zone. But then another part of me is thinking, are you crazy? When the volatility hits, it's probably gonna go way below this and maybe even hit $10 before it spikes back up if it does that. So I don't know. How's the VIX looking? That just keeps pushing lower and lower. I need to zoom. Well, I have it zoomed out on the other screen, so. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen a retest of this level and then come back down, but I guess that's not going to happen. And I suddenly have a craving for, you know, those potato wedges? They're not fried, but sort of baked potato wedges that are a little salted and yeah, I remember getting those in school. I'm hungry. Maybe I should go have my smoothie now. But I have some work to do, so I gotta get that done. Look at this. Just boom. This candle started, or it's gonna end in a couple minutes, but it's just rallying. We had a push earlier. As soon as this 50-minute candle started, we had our push, and we're just pushing even more. In fact, this entire candle has been green, a minute green candle after another, 1 minute green candle after another. And I'm sorry, I'm starving. I was hungry last night, and I wanted to make myself something to eat, but again, I'm financially struggling, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go to bed and just deal with it. I was gonna eat an apple with some peanut butter. I said, nope, I'm just gonna deal with it, and then tomorrow I'll make my smoothie, and then hopefully they'll hold me over. And I have to go work out today, so I can't. I'm not focusing well between sleep and being hungry. But yeah, Adam Mancini said that the Bulls don't want to see a run before 2 p.m. But what confuses me is, and this is the part of the market that I find mysterious. If the Bulls don't want to see a run up, why is it running up? I mean, this all-powerful force of bulls and bears. Uh, who's running it up then? Because we're now back at 4045 resistance, and we're looking to break it. It seems, unless there's going to be a false breakout and then a breakdown. But yeah, we're running. So meaning, remember what I said before, that I'd have a feeling this is going to end up being the low of the day, right over here. So if I had just gotten in here at 60 or 65 or something, there's $40 profit right there. And I would take it. Even though it's not FOMC yet, I'll take that $40 profit. Hell, after the numerous losses I've been suffering, I'll take any win. And you know, we've broken past the supply from yesterday and the resistance overnight, so I guess the Bulls are just gonna run it before FOMC. A quick midday update. Last I spoke, we are rallying pretty hard here, but once we hit 4047, which was the high, so pretty much the 4045 resistance kicked in and we sold off. Pretty much back to where we were this morning. Although, still, what's fascinating, remember what I said earlier, we made a new low of the day, not much lower than before, but I've said this before about FOMC days, and I find it very fascinating. This is an ODT option. It's at 404, so it's pretty well out of the money, right? This was right about market open when we dipped around here. This is, 45 minutes in, 15 minutes in. we just made a new low, and even if we didn't make a new low, even if we just evened out right here, the current value is $68, right? It's $69, $68. The low earlier today was $10 below that. By theta decay itself, this option should be at a lower value. But I've seen this happen before with options, and I find it interesting, especially in FOMC days, where the price goes to a point at or lower than where it was, let's say, an hour or two earlier. And this is 3 hours. This is 3 hours later. And the price for the option is higher than it was down here. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. The only thing I can think of is the last times that this had happened, the market rallied. And that's kind of why I had a feeling earlier that this was going to be the low of the day. Unless this spikes down really hard at 2 o'clock, this is going to be the low of the day. And I find it interesting. But, let's do an update on the VIX. So we pulled back to this level, and we're pulling back almost to this level, but not quite. I may adjust this as a result, but I want to see first. No, you know what? I'll adjust it. I would like to see this pull back to the 4 hour and then continue the rally, but I don't know what's going to happen at 2 o'clock, obviously. And yeah, and here. So again, the 400 mark is way down here. No, it's here. It's this one. I don't know why I haven't changed the color on this. So yeah, as Adam Mancini says, we want to see no lower than here if we have a quick spike down. But we have to be above here for 4055 and 4095 to be in play. So yeah, it's just a waiting game. Alright, just got out the shower, and as you can see, this was the low when the market, no, let me zoom out. This was the low when the market opened, okay? $57, something around about there. That was here. That was at SPY 398.08. We're now almost 50 cents lower than that. And the option still refuses to go down in the value. It's fascinating. It really is. It keeps holding its value despite how far down SPY goes. And we still have an hour until FOMC. And Adam Mancini just tweeted right now, FOMC in approximately 1 hour. As usual, expect algo-driven noise and trapping in the hour after. Last FOMC saw a 30-point trap down in ES, then a 130-point rally. One before saw a 90-point drop, then a 70-point rally, for example. Size way down. Unfortunately, my size is 1. I can't go much smaller than 1. 4025, 4000 remain immediate supports per below plan. So sorry, let me just put it over here. I'm trying to look at VIX while at the same time looking at my emails. Okay, so here's our pullback. So I'm going to adjust this 4 hour just a bit. So yeah, maybe I was hoping it would pull back here and then bounce back, but maybe we might get a bounce here, possibly this pre-market level. come on, man. I'm not focused at all. Right here. Nope. Nope. This is what I want to do. Okay. It's possible we might get a pullback there or here. I'll have to see. I had put an alert here. That alert just went off. I had put an alert on ES just below here. That one went off. And my SPY alert has gone off as well. I put it down here. So the next alert, I guess, was going to be here. I'm actually going to put it here. No, first let's do it here. And for ES, on the 4,000 mark here. Will we get a spike down there? I don't know. I really don't know. But seasonality, the end of March, beginning of April is supposed to be pretty bullish. So I don't know. We'll see. But I still think it's fascinating that the price has gone down 50 cents lower than what it was, more than 50 cents lower than it was before on SPY. But this option just refuses to go down in value. And again, this is not a close to the money strike. This thing's almost 10 points out of where SPY is right now. And it's an ODTE option, which makes it even more amazing. I can't help but wonder what tomorrow's expiration is going to cost. I bet you it's super expensive. Double the value. Same strike, double the value. Wow. All right, I gotta make a call. Okay. On VIX, we got to the 4 hour. Looks like we had a false breakout at the 4 hour and then we dropped back down. I thought we might make it up to here after all, but no. And now we're pulling back and now it's price is pushing up again. Still a half hour till the FOMC meeting. On ES, we had a false breakdown of the 4025 level. So if there was no FOMC, this would be a good spot to go long, I would think. And on SPY, turns out we got close to that daily that I have, and I think I had moved it. So let's bring it back up. I don't know where I originally had it. There was something else. I don't know, I forget what the other thing I was going to mention. But yeah, I'm guessing, and I know I shouldn't guess, I just follow the price and make the trades accordingly, but I just don't have those instincts yet that we're going to get a spike down probably right back to here, maybe a little bit lower, and then it's going to rally, I think. But then again, I could be completely wrong. After days of rallying or price pushing up slowly, it's very likely that we may have a spike up and then this thing's just going to dump and it'll drop the next couple of days. I don't know, because again, and I think VIX was a great example of this. I know I showed this in my previous video, but if I go to a larger time frame, this was the last FOMC meeting. If I recall, it was February 1st or February 3rd, or I forget what it was. And the fact that this is rising says that price probably more than likely fell. Well, let's look at ES. And let's look at February 2nd. February 2nd is when we hit our last high at 4,200. And it's been mostly bearish since then. So yeah, I am not sure what's going to happen today. I gotta add the 10-minute time frame, but I want to start back testing that suggestion. I should do it over the weekend. Anyways, so yeah, sorry, that's a quick update. But yes, but still, big drop here. Still, price would not go any lower than where it was this morning. I still think that's fascinating. I still wish I had taken this trade this morning at like 60 and then sold here at 100 or something. Made the 40 bucks and been done. I still would have a little bit of money left over to maybe make another trade, but I don't know. Um, but then again, there's been times where I wished I had traded before FOMC and after FOMC when the fake out moves finish and it's clearly rallying or clearly dropping. Um, that's when I should get in. All right, anyways, okay. Oh, this thing dipped and had this false breakdown on 4025 and it just keeps pushing higher and higher. I kept thinking I should have just gotten in down here because sometimes the fake volatility, whatever, doesn't actually happen. I think there's been a couple of times where the FOMC response, or maybe it was FOMC minutes, I don't remember, or a CPI where the response was kind of muted. So again, the plan is to see if we can get a flush, some sort of spike down here and catch the long somewhere down here where everyone else who's probably already long are going to try and leave or exit. Of course, it's a risk because it could go down with a fake that it's going to go up, and then collapse. And since I can only go with them with one option, there's a chance that I might exit early and make a small amount of money, and then it's going to completely rally, and I'll miss out on a great deal of funds. Or it'll go down, I'll get in, it'll come up, and then go right back down even lower to spook me to get out, and then it would rally. That's what happened last time. Last time I had put a buy limit. It went down almost to my buy limit. This is the February 2nd one. Went almost down to my buy limit. Went back up. I was pissed, furious that I missed out. That I missed out on my buy limit, and then I bought in. Then it went up, and I thought about selling, and I didn't. And then it came back down, and it came down low enough that I could have maybe bought another option. I think I had the funds to buy one other option, but instead I sold. I sold for a loss, and then it rallied from there. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I think I made it my very first video on YouTube. And I was just so infuriated by what happened because it just rallied from there. Absolutely rallied from there, and I just was devastated. And I had, of course, much more money on my account at that time. I think I went in with more than one option, actually. I don't remember. But here we go. 2 o'clock's about to kick in. Here comes the crazy volatility. Probably going to spike up. I don't know. I really don't know. Well, if we're expecting a spike down, that certainly didn't happen. That's interesting how the option went down to 65 even though this thing's way up here. Let me try and zoom in. Well, I thought about getting in at 55 when it dipped down to here, but I kind of just think I should wait maybe about 15 minutes, 10 minutes after 2 o'clock in case it throws another fake move. I don't know. Oh my god. Freaking crazy lady, man. That's the 37-year-old roommate that I spoke to yesterday that at one point we were talking and I got a call for work and I said, hey, listen, can you call me back in like 5, 10 minutes? I have to take this call for work. And the person because of course I get people calling me, asking me all kinds of legal questions that even though I tell them I can't answer these questions, they still end up asking anyways. And okay, I'll do this later. I need to watch this. And she like called my phone 3 times, and I had to text her while I was on the phone with the client, the potential client, hey, I will call you back. Then I called her back, and she didn't pick up. Oh man, there it goes. Should have gotten at 55. Well, 4045 is gone. That's broken through. And then we got 4095 up next. So the fake drop was here. I missed out on my chance to get in. Could have got in with 2 options at 55. There it is. Oh man. Every plan I make backfires. Should I buy in here? No, no, no. Let's wait. Well, you waited. You got burned. Should I buy in here? No, no, no. Let's wait. Okay, you waited. You got burned. But we can flip it. You know what? I think I'm going to buy in here. Buy in. Oh, shouldn't have bought in there. Turns around against you. You got burned. Yeah, man. If I got in a couple options at 55, I would have sold here at 110. That's not $100, but it's close. Wait, no. No, yeah, it is. That's $100 profit. I'll take it. It wouldn't get me back to where I was 2 weeks ago, but I'll take it. I should look and see what where is it? Oh. Yep, so they raised it. It's Adam Mancini. 405560 target hit an ES after initial FOMC move. I posted this morning as long as 4025 holds, 405565 in play, and just arrived 4095 4100 remain next up target. Now that this broke out, bulls want to hold 4038. Where's 4038 on SPY now? Damn it. I have to look at ES to try and figure that out. But if this was 4045 and 4038 is... Oh my god, dude. It looks like it was here. Looks like this is 4038. This is just a rough guess. Wow, it's funny how all the work just comes pouring in right now. Got, oh my god, no, I didn't want to open that. One, two, three things to file. Okay. All right. If 4038 is the where it's gonna hold, I'd like to see them push back to 4038 for a little bit, which may be about 60. It looks like it did push back down there, and I missed it. All right. Now that I'm in, watch it collapse. Should have just gotten in here and sold here and been done with it. Yep. That's how it goes. You know what? I'm just gonna go do the work I have to do. I'm just gonna ignore this because I'm just so tired of always picking the turnaround without fail. So if 4038 is where they need to hold, I'm gonna put an alert here. Uh, alert. Let's get rid of that one. Oh, I can't. Okay. Get rid of that one. That's where I was hoping it would go initially, but it didn't. And then I'm just going to go back and do my work. Ooh, if this does start to rally, though, I highly doubt it will. But if it does start to rally, where would I sell? Okay, I don't know why this is on the screen. Could you get off the screen? Okay. 112. What am I in? 75. Ah, I don't know if it's gonna go up that high. I doubt it. Looks like the bulls are struggling now. Yep. It looks like what the story at the end of the day, the story's gonna be this. Hey, we rallied to the target. We hit the target. Everything's copacetic. That's where you wanted to hit. Um, you know, if you didn't take your sell there, then that's too bad. And now it's falling. So, yeah, it's a fake rise and then a drop or something like that. That's going to be the statement. And this is where I intended to do my stop loss anyways. I'm trying not to be the one that gets faked out if it does turn around, but this is the problem. Now I'm $20 in the hole. More than 20 now. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to go in until about 50 minutes after 2 o'clock. So 2:15, then I'll try and jump in. And look, it went down as low as 52. How long are these FOMC meetings, I wonder? One of these things needs to be submitted within the next, I think, 30 minutes. So I'm not going to exit, but I'm just going to back out or stop the recording because I got to submit this e-filing soon. But this isn't looking good. I'm actually having a fear that this is going to drop. Basically, bulls made their, oh my God, why is these things popping up? I'm not even putting it down here. I just can't stand computers, man. The fact that bulls got this much of a push down worries me. It looks like they're struggling to try and keep this up. I'm trying to remember the last time. Was it 15 minutes or 30 minutes after FOMC, after 2 o'clock, that it finally started rallying? I think initially it was faking me out. It looked like it wasn't going to rally. All right, I'm gonna put an alert there. And I gotta submit this file. I'll be back. All right, I think I'm done with that. Um, yeah, it's not looking good. Um, we had a jump up every time it spikes up and spikes back down. Now theta's coming into play, and it's just not working. If I had gotten in here and then exited up here and been done for the day, I would have been content. I would have been happy. But it looks like we're constantly trying to push up and then we're getting knocked back down. And I don't know, to me that looks bad. But then again, I actually genuinely believe that the moment I sell, the moment, almost maybe a few minutes after I sell and give up and take a loss, then it's gonna rally. Then it's gonna rally. Adam Mancini says we must hold 4038, and so far that's been happening. Um, so I wish I had another screen so I can have ES on a different time frame. I have it on 30 right now. You know what, let me just put it on 15 and zoom in a bit. Yeah, I kind of have a feeling like the moment I sell, then this thing's gonna finally rally. But so far the response has been sort of tepid and muted, and I'm worried this is gonna drop suddenly soon. I'm still in the hole because my moronic self got in over here somewhere when I thought we had tested 4038, but we went back and flushed below it, and then now we're back above it. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe the meeting itself is 30 minutes long and the market's sort of waiting for them to finish speaking before it continues on its way. I'm almost thinking I should have watched my February 2nd video over again last night or this morning or something, just to see how things played out back then. I know this is bad, but the negative part of me is saying, oh, we were at $72. You should have exited so we would only take a $3 loss. At least we would get most of our capital back. But then if I did that and it starts to rally, then this will be another day where I can chalk myself as losing money when I could have potentially made money if I had waited and been patient. The VIX is dropping, and the next 4-hour zone is, oh wait, let me just go ahead and put it on instead of just talking about it. This is where we're rejected, so it would be nice if we can come back down here and break through. Did I call back that one guy? Yeah, I called back that guy. I actually felt my arm go. I felt like my arm was gonna go grab the mouse and just exit at 75, just so I can break even. I'm trying to keep myself calm. 2:30. Hopefully the meeting's ending now or soon. But this isn't looking good. We're about to create a supply now, starting off this 50-minute candle. Oh, I went from break even to $15 in the hole. But we're still above 4038, so per Adam Mancini, we should be pushing up. And if I recall, Adam's been trading since early 2000s. I wonder how old he was when he first started. I wish he would do a YouTube channel, but he doesn't. And I'll be curious to have a bio about him. But he strikes me as a pretty humble guy. What? Please file the enclosed notice of service of interrogatory responses. Note that these are not interrogatories. This is our filing with the court. Have responded. I gotta figure this one out. Oh man, we peaked up to 90 and then rejected. I don't recall this much chop last FOMC. After a certain point, it just was just a rally. It just popped and went. And this supply is still happening. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna put a sell limit at 50. If I lose 25 bucks, I lose 25 bucks. But I'm quite surprised that the bulls haven't turned this around. Now we've got 90 minutes till the market closes, and I have this thing at 404, and we're still trying to break above 399 or break out of the 400 mark. I want to give it room to work, but and the VIX is going back the other way, unfortunately, so we're losing. And as far as the VIX goes, we couldn't break past that spot we were at before. This spot here. We peaked to here and then turned around and rejected. So I would need this to turn back around and come down, but that's appearing to not be what's going to happen. This is quite the tug of war. And again, I'm having my own internal war about just selling early so I don't take another loss. Maybe if I can at least break even. I can tell myself I should have. Yep, there it goes. I'm done. I'm so tired of this, man. Created a strong supply, and look at that drop. Well, bulls have lost 4038. They still have 4025, of course. So I got $85 on my account right now. 2 weeks ago, a little over 2 weeks ago, when I got the money from my 401k from the other work and I decided to put some of it in this account, I had $284. I remember it. $284. I've lost $200 in 2 weeks. And this makes 10 out of 10 losses. 10 out of 10. Yeah, I should give this shit up. I'm so done with this. So tired of this, man. I mean, I saw it. I saw the bull struggling. I should have just exited when I was at break even or exited when I just got a little bit above and got my money back. It was taking them this long to get it to start rallying. This is not good. Now, the risky part of myself is saying, you know what? Screw this. Take it short now. But I know what's going to happen. The moment I buy a put, it's going to turn around and start coming back up. Up. Could this be the false breakdown and then the sudden rise? Is this the false breakdown of 4025? Yep. This is what it's going to be. Okay. Remember that daily I mentioned before, how I was thinking of getting rid of it, but then I reconsidered thinking that somehow it might be a significance today. Well, there we go. Not once, but twice we came very close to that daily level. And if I had entered into that daily level initially, when we came down to this dip here at 66, 70, whatever, I would have exited at 100. I'll take $30. Well, bulls managed to recover 4025 and 4038, and here's the rally. Remember what I said before? It will do it after I sell. After I sell. When did I sell? It was at 50. My stop loss, I had it at 50. 50 was right here. Stop loss kicked in. Very next candle, bulls turn it around. Granted, I would still be $25 or $20 in the hole right now if I held my position. But if the bulls turn this around and start rallying, well, there we go. Which is probably what's going to happen right now. The fact that this huge wick right here, all this effort they made to recover, this is going to pop up and start rallying. And I just, just wow, man. If I had just stuck with my plan and said, you know what, I'm not going to enter unless I see a spike below 4025 and then a rise back. Although I didn't say 4025, I said 400 or 4000. But 4025 is here, spike below, touched my daily, turned around. So if I had put my buy limit somewhere here, There we go. I would already be up 40 bucks almost. Yeah, I know what, I'm done. While I deal with the normal nuances of work where I'm asked to do something without proper explanation of how to do it, I get to watch this. Spike down, recover, gone. So if had I held on to that option, I would, well, first of all, I should never have gotten in. Then I should have just, you know what? I need to just start thinking, where would the price go down? Where's the most extreme possibility the price will drop to? And then put my buy limit there. Because, but you know what? Whenever I've done that in the past, and it does finally start dropping to that point, I will get filled, but then it will just keep dropping more. So I'm just basically jumping into a sinking ship or whatever. Oh my God, dude. You cannot make this up, dude. My YouTube channel is a dumpster fire of how not to trade. It's just incredible. Incredible. Now it's but again, I'm gonna put this on a minute. If this thing was quick dodging back and forth so I can hit the button. Asinine thinkorswim garbage app. Okay. When did I buy in? Okay, it's from yesterday. Okay, here it is. 10, 1410. 1410 is when I bought in. 1410. Okay. I bought in as it's falling. Could have bought in maybe a VWAP, but I wasn't really watching all that. And quick spike down, sell, quick spike back up. But look, if I didn't sell like at 89, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen here. And I gotta figure out this thing before I get timed out. But yeah, had I just said, you know what, we had a spike, we had a spike down pre-market here, we had another spike down at that same level here. I'm gonna put my buy limit here. But you know what? Again, it is so easy to um, what is the phrase? Hindsight 2020, backseat driver, Monday morning quarterback yourself um, after the fact because you see a pattern that just fits together and say, oh, well, this is what I should have done. But look, I was looking for a spike below 4025. It happened before the market, before 2 p.m. It was very odd. And um, we had a drop below it, or it seemed to be having a drop below it here. God, this is the biggest 15-minute candle of nonsense right here. And when did I sell? At 1435. That's when my stop loss kicked in, 1433. 14, so shortly after this candle had started, I ended up selling. What can I do, man? Big loss today, 25 bucks, 10 out of 10 trades, negative. Want to see something wild? Look at this. Now we're down to 30. It's just, it would have been better to trade before FOMC. Get in here, 55, 60, sell at 100. Here, done. Done. Call it a day. But hey, we still have an hour to go. For all I know, this could rally up to 405 or this can drop to 388. Who knows? I'm, I'm just laughing because I took, you know what? This is a weird, ironic thing for me to say, but I'm almost glad I sold when I sold. I would have been happier if I sold earlier or bought in later and sold whatever. I would have been happy making money, period. But I'm glad I turned away from trading so I can focus on this filing because I was told to file it in one way, which actually was wrong, and I'm glad I caught it because it would have caused some serious problems. But anyways, look at this. Clearly, a supply has been formed. Strong supply. We got a drop, and at the beginning of this candle, like a few minutes before I started making this video, I decided, you know what, screw it. I got like 30 bucks left in my account. I'm gonna go for a lotto put. And I tried to look and see if I can afford any puts tomorrow. And even if I buy a put like several strikes out of the money tomorrow, no, look, this is 385. This is like over 12 points, or actually 12 points drop tomorrow, and it's 50 bucks right now. 50 bucks. I can't even afford to get into that one. Uh, it trips me out. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hold on to this one, create an alert, and if we get below 35 bucks, you let me know. I doubt it's gonna happen. If this happens to turn around and come back up, I might try a put. I might try a swing put, because screw it. I mean, my account's about to be depleted anyways at the rate I'm going. Um, I mean, seriously, flip a coin 10 times, and if heads is a punch in the face, it drops on heads 10 times. 10 out of 10 trades negative. That's just statistically impossible. If I tried, you know what? I wish I had like a crap ton of money. Just I was rich. I can just throw in $1,000 in my account just as an experiment and try. Because I remember I was reading this book and I found it fascinating. It said if you think you're a good trader and you think you can make positive trades, then try and do negative trades. Actually try and lose money. Because if you're able to make trades where you know you're about to lose money, then you perhaps do know how the market's going to behave. So try to make trades where you're going to lose money. I might start doing that. I might start doing trades just to experiment and see if I can actually lose money. But wow, man, 10 out of 10 losses. And I said to myself, hey man, this is not looking good. If this was going to rally, this should have rallied already. I should sell and break even. Then the other voice kicks in, oh, but you know what's going to happen? You sell and break even and it's going to start rallying. Well, it did rally, but didn't make it much higher than 7. I think it peaked at like 80, 80, 88 or 85, 89. I don't know. Um, oh, and the VIX. Let's take a look see at the VIX. Bam. Bam. It did make it to my hour almost and then turned around and just fell. But hey, this would have been a sweet put. Oh yeah, that's the alert I have for the 4,000 mark. And once it drops below 4,000, that's it. That's it. Let's see if we can take a look at our seasonality. Maybe this is what we're experiencing right now, this drop here. Yeah, I don't know, man. Whatever. I'm so just I've lost my interest in dealing with this nonsense at this point. Okay, I just realized that they put I was looking at wasn't Thursday, it was Friday's expiration. So I switched to tomorrow, and for just a moment I was able to buy this put. It just peaked up just high enough. I'm wondering if ES right now is at 415. I'm wondering if it might push back up to close to 425, and then the bears can step in and push it back down. I don't know if that's really going to happen. Let me switch this to 89. If this gets up to 4025 again and then rejects, maybe this can get to about 35 bucks. So, good. That's all I need to know. This this woman who asked me about the key. Like, what pisses me off is she's so demanding. You need to get a key, get me a spare key. I need to have a key to get in and out the place. Why, if I'm gonna be living there, I need to have a key. And I'm like, look, dude, the girl stole my access key. So even if I do access card, so even if I do get you a spare key, I have to let you into the building. So I have to wait until I can get the access key. And even if I do get the access key, I want to like get to know you for a couple of days at the very least to see if we're gonna vibe. Because I already had a bad experience with another roommate. I don't want to have that again. And then she texted me today, even though I told her I will let her know by Friday if if I get the access key back. But then I said to her, hey, do me a favor, can you send me a pic? And she responds in a one word, no. No problem. You are deleted. Don't have time for this kind of drama. I, I just don't understand the arrogant entitlement, dude. I don't. You're getting to share a flat with someone for almost nothing compared to what apartments in Miami cost. And you want to be difficult and demanding. Okay, I was gonna put an alert if this gets below 35. Yep. All right. Adam Mancini just tweeted 405560 target hit in ES after initial FOMC move. Initial move. I posted this morning, as long as 4025 holds, 405 remains next target up, number 2. Now this broke out. Bulls want to, wait, is this the one he just tweeted? No. So this is one of those rare moments where Twitter didn't go to the home screen. It's showing me a tweet that I saw from him before. Okay, this is the tweet he just sent. Traps are the core feature of FOMC days, and ES certainly delivering them today. After running to my 4060 target off 4025 support, bulls had to hold 4038 and it cracked to the downside. 4K, then 4,000, then 3985 now supports. So it just bounced at 4,000, it looks like. In order to restart the squeeze back up, 4025 must recapture. So if it can get up to 4025 and then reject, that's a possible short. But here's the problem. If it does get to 4025 and I decide to take it short and bulls decide to take it long and turn it around, then I'm screwed. Which is probably what's going to happen with my luck. I know I shouldn't talk about luck, I should just take the trades, but again, I don't know, how do I explain this? If it's the same thing how I think about dating females, dealing with females. It's always a bad experience, always. So it makes me not want to deal with them. And you know, every trade I take, I lose money, then I'm going to automatically assume that every trade I'm going to take in the future, I'm going to lose money. If you touch something and you get burned every single time, what's going to end up happening? What was the experiment with the dogs saliving when the bell rings? Pavlov, I don't forget the name, but I mean it's just human nature. It's just psychology. It's biology. I mean, what was the other experiment? You put a bunch of fleas in a jar and you put a lid on it. After a certain period of time, if you take the lid off, the fleas won't jump higher than the lid of the jar. They've imprinted that that's about as high as they can jump. So I always have a feeling that when I trade, I'm going to get burned. So, you know, what can I do? All right, bulls have brought it back up to 4025. Unfortunately, this option didn't go down as low as I hoped it would. Looks like they're trying to reclaim 4025, and in doing so, looks like they're creating a 15-minute demand with a false breakdown setup here and a bounce right at the major level at 4,000. All I can probably hope for now is that this thing spikes up and then turns around, but I may just end up throwing more money away at this point. the fact that they were able to jump 20 points right now and recover the level they need to recover is a pretty good sign, I guess. Oh, there we go. Now if I wanted to get into this put, I could. But is it worth it? Yep, VIX is pushing lower, and this is pushing higher, so never mind that idea. So we've got trap long, trap short, I don't know. Just pure chaos. I remember one trick I had learned from some other guy, trading decoding or something like that, was to um, take a swing both, or take an option both directions just before 2 o'clock hits. And I think he would do um, an ODTE at the money on both ways, but he had an account large enough to do that. Um, I'm curious what that would have looked like. Let's see, what 2 o'clock hit, it's right here. We were at, let's say 400. So let's say we did a call at 400. Wait, what is this? What is this? Oh wait, I see what I'm doing wrong. I'm sorry. I'm so out of it. A call at 200. I mean 400. Right at 2 o'clock. So yeah, so if you took a call at 2 o'clock and you sold quickly, you would have made $100 one direction. And if you also at the same time bought a put at 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock is here, for 260 and held it, I mean, you would have been down almost $200, but if you held it, you would have made almost another $200. So there is a way to make money if you can get two up. And here's the thing that also trips me out, and I've been blown away by this. This guy trading decoded um doesn't trade at a computer. I mean, he trades on his phone while he's sometimes while he's at work he has his computer, but he doesn't have this screen. He doesn't have this. He buys and trades on his phone. And of course, 90% of his trades, according to him, are wins. He doesn't show any live trading. That's why I stopped watching his channel, because like I said, I just can't listen to anybody unless they post live trades. You show me how you do it. Prove to me that you're doing it, you're making the money. I'm not saying you're a liar, but I mean, show it. Show it on here. Show your strategy, show that it works. But none of them do it really. But I just think this is trippy. And what was the original option I was looking at? 404. That's probably worth like nothing right now. Anyway, so yeah. Could have made $50 here. Could have made $50 here. Everything else is just a mess. So my plan was to risk a short if the bulls were able to recover 4025, maybe if it spiked above, and then reject below. But here's what happened. Instead, it went exactly to 4044 and then rejected. So the option I was looking at initially, which I think was 89, went. Did the alert ever go off? Yes, 18 minutes ago. The alert went off for the 385. Wow, that's the one I was looking at? Okay. Well, that's a little bit too far out of the money. Yeah, that would have gone No, it can't be the 385. Yeah, 24 March 385. 20, oh, 24. 24? Yeah, I don't know why I was looking at the 24 at 385. I don't know. I don't know. These codes are annoying. I wanted tomorrow, so if I had chosen the 391 strike, let's go back to SPY. So 391, a little bit further below here. I could have gotten in earlier, a few minutes ago, what, 10 minutes ago, and it did end up rejecting. Look at this, and I have this level here. So it wasn't 4025, that's the key. It was 4040, that was the key. Let's see if this lines up with something I have on VIX. I bet you it does. Look, yep. So when did this candle start? 1530. So 10 minutes ago, 1, 2, 10, whatever, it's okay, 30. Yep, somewhere around here. Here I could have gotten in. So yeah, that strategy would have worked if I had taken the put here, if I was paying attention, which I wasn't. And I still have another assignment to do. If I had taken this short here, so this confluence, this rejection or bounce at VIX, this rejection here on ES, and I think I have something on SPY as well. It didn't quite make it here, but this rejection here, taking this short, if I could have gotten in, well, I only have enough money to get in. I would have to have gotten in here or here. That's all I have money for. But yeah, that would have made up for the losses today, at least. Anyways. Okay, I was worried that project will take me way too long, but I finished it in time, and looky, look at this. If I had gotten in here at 391 at the rejection, and held it, man, this would have been nice. What can you do, man? I mean, still, I could have taken the trade I initially intended to take. I still don't know how I ended up with 385 for Friday. It's just whatever. But if I had taken the put at the recovery of 3925, 4025, and held it up until, although it kind of went all the way up to 4047, and then it rejected. Or if I had just waited to see this rejection here and jumped in, but wasn't paying attention. And yeah. So another day, another loss. Whatever. Anyways, this is gonna be my last video. This is gonna end soon, and as distraught and pissed off and just tired I am, I'm gonna drag myself out to work out. And that associate I mentioned before said he wanted to come train with me, but I think he's gonna end up canceling anyway, so let's see what happens. But I'm gonna last video, and yeah, I'm sorry guys. I wish I could post videos of me getting better, but it's just getting worse. Nothing's changing. In anything else you do, you know what? No, I take that back. I also suck at language. I've been doing Duolingo, German, Italian, whatever. And because I'm such an idiot, even if I do the same lessons again and again and again, it doesn't seem like it retains in my mush for a brain any better. And instead of learning new words, I find I'm constantly like trying to do the same lessons again and again. And I don't know if this is a thing with Duolingo or not. It pisses me off, but sometimes I'll do a lesson, and usually they're timed lessons where you have to, answer the various questions within a certain time. And if you don't, then in some lessons, you don't get anything. So you waste your time trying to figure out how to do it. But anyways, oh, look at the VIX. Look at it now. Boom, all the way up here. I would bet, I don't watch his stuff anymore, I don't listen to his tweets anymore, but whatever his name is, K-Pax, Kevin Pax, whatever his name is, probably took a put some point yesterday like a month out, because that's how he does his puts, and at like probably 385 strike or something, and just held it all until today, and they're probably gonna hold it until the end of the week or something. But anyways, yeah. Point is, I'm an idiot. I can't seem to figure this out, so I apologize. The only thing I can do well is work out.